Happy days. It's time for some FACEIT League. We are getting into week 2, or day 1 of week 2. I know it's a Monday. We're going to start off with some expert, as we tend to do at the beginning of the week, making their debut under their current name, their current look. It's we kicked Soulsay taking on Iliad Athena here for tonight's matchup. We kicked Soulsay coming in 2-0. Athena coming in 0-2. Honestly, the Soulsay squad, I've been anxious to get this squad on. Should be one of the favorites here in Expert Division this season. Should be your favorites here in this matchup tonight. But you know, still, you can't ever count anybody out. This is a team I expect to make playoffs. I'm excited to get a look at them, and they got like some cute bird logo. I mean, you know, what could go wrong? Iliad Athena just barely missed playoffs last season. Looking to see if they can improve on that here in season 8. Let's get into it. Let's go take a look at our standings here to start things off. Oh no, there we go. Look, we're back. We are so back. 10 out of 10 intro. There you go. We nailed it. We nailed it. We kicked Soulsay are 2-0. So far so good here in their start to season 8. Unfortunately, Athena have dropped their first 2 matches. They're down there somewhere. Let's take a look at we kicked Soulsay. This team was in Master Division for season 7. One of the reasons I expect them to be very, very strong here. Had been in Master Division. Yeah, let's say had been in Master Division for the entirety of this team's existence. This was Casa. Okay. But unfortunately for them, end up in the business end of an LCQ, and so find themselves in Expert Division here for the very first time, and it's how they start off 2026. This is gonna be a dangerous roster, no doubt, with a little chip on their shoulder, wanting to get back up into Master Division. You know, I would not have expected to see this team in Expert Division whatsoever. I want to go have a look at this LCQ. Was that what it was? I think they turned into U-turn. Yeah. They turned into U-turn. And we'll end up getting 3-0'd out by a sister squad of Athena here. So, you know, U-turn will be able to try to fight for some revenge. We kick Soulsay is coming as your higher seed, so they'll get your first map pick and first hero ban of the night. We're headed to Lijiang, banning out Vendetta. And we got a Diva ban from Athena. But kind of showing their hand a little bit early, banning this Vendetta out round 1, or at least that's kind of, you know, maybe what they want people to think. Could be an indication of, you know, what we expect to see throughout the rest of the night. Okay. Dominant Farah. So versus a Sim cast from Moncholo. Both running Lucio Kiri. Athena just kind of put their back up against White Room. Kind of say punched up on the inside. You can see they're playing the, you know, kind of the right half side of your screen, giving HEDWIG just as few sightlines have to worry about as possible, and it's already clipped E, which means here we go. We're gonna get aggressive. Oh, that's too aggressive. Ran right into the domino. So a good trade from We Kicked, and that'll keep things interesting through this first fight. Eve's returned. Ooh, that is Lucio just way out too far forward. Maybe didn't read the cooldown or the return on Eve. Thought they still had a few more seconds before the farm was gonna make it back or something. I don't know. Ended up caught out in the middle, and We Kicked ended up just whittling through the remaining players here. I like it. Ducklin are fighting it out. They've maintained control. I like Chicken and Ducklin have managed to get 3 between the 2 of them. Eventually, Ducklin just needs a main direct. I think Eve's eventually able to whittle through most of the reinforcements. Still, I mean, 50% counting. Frisco's returned. That is quite the stall. It's still continuing. We will eventually get this flip. Quick TP on the point with double support ult and a Deadeye. Very quick 4 ultimates invested here from Athena. They are able to batter through Leo, take the tank out of the fight. Once working through the sound barrier, but we can't pick up 2 the other direction. 4v3 favoring the team in red at the moment. Eve looking to extend those odds. There we go. You find Chicken, you find Frisco, you find control of the point. Weak Kicked will take it back. Will say they invested quite a few ultimates of their own right. 3 invested from Weak Kicked. All five thrown in from Athena in a losing team fight. Seems to be the curse of the 5 ult fight. Soulsay is just kind of make that dangerous trek through there. Make sure you don't take any casualties from the Pharah. Looks like Frisco is kind of still trying to play through main. This is not a full white ring rotation. D20 weapon charm there. I respect it. I respect it. I'm kind of stuck inside this room. Eve is just waiting with a barrage for whatever door they come out of. Oh, this is a dangerous spot. Yeah, looking to mark the far. They know what to look out for. It's just a question of can they escape. I was gonna say what? Duck on Quack? No. Because I don't call Duck on Quack Duck on Quack. I call Duck on Quack Quester. The barrage will end up finding a pair, including Frisco and Ilikechicken. It's the business end of a direct at the end. Pretty good run back there from Weak Kicked. That was like 75 to 20. Excuse me. Weak Kicked have, you know, ran that back from about 20% all the way up. Nicely done. So now we head to the top of the tower.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
He's sticking with the Pharah. Not often you see the Pharah played inside a control center. It's gonna be a full rotation. Frisco trying to flip this all the way around. Let's figure out what is our Curie's name here? Oh, Paid by Armco is the actual Curie name. Okay, okay. But yeah, there's Ducklin Quack and Duck on Quack is true. There are very similar names. Actually, it says Ducklin Quack in the on the FACEIT page, which is kind of funny. No, we'll stick with Ducklin and Quebster. We'll just keep it nice and separated. Make sure there's no confusion between the two. Woo. Okay, Moncholo with a mean pair of kills here. I'm gonna put them above in the Kitsu race, not to mention first cap over to Weak Kicked. Nicely done. Yeah, we'll go ahead and throw the Penta in. Push, gets the wall stun. Slide out from HEDWIG, able to escape. Chicken not so lucky. That is, I like chicken as opposed to McChicken. Who was on this We Kick Soulsay team? Well, I guess last season. It was part of this core roster last season. Or at one point, at least. I don't know if it was last season, but at one point. Gets in a rush to hold the door. SunnySide gets a beautiful shot on the Ducklin. And now you've got a barrage here in the pocket. AE you got to worry about if you're Iliad Athena trying to muscle your way through. Consider a rush, you know, it might be able to buy you a little bit of space, but still. I think if you're Eve, all you gotta do is you get one or two. Especially if you can get HEDWIG. Yeah, oh, it's gonna be on top of Ducklin. Oh, sound barrier barrage engage is good for two. The subsequent fight will pick up another. We kicked. Cleaning house, cleaning out the control center. Take it, Lijiang Tower.
Play of the game.
We kicks looks good. So far, so good. Let's take a look at their other two matches here from this season. Or we're waiting on Matt pick to come through. Let's see, you had a 3-0 over VGU and a 3-0 over Deadlock. I do like how it gives you the results. I think the ordering of this is a little weird. Point is, we kicked our 7-0 so far in map score here in season 8. Athena coming off the back of a 5-map banger last week. So it's like they've been close. They've been real close. Just couldn't quite close out that final map. We're gonna get a dominant bands. We're headed to Aatlis here for map 2. Let's go look at some stats. What stands out the stats? What are we looking at here? I mean, SunnySide goes deathless, although it gets booted. So wait, can't count on that. But Nightfall at 31-1. Wow. What an outstanding first map. That's pretty standout. 10k damage. Well then. How do you stop Eve? Basically, that's the question here. How do you stop Eve? We will get a Soj ban out of Soulsay.
Ready for battle. Initial flashpoint. Station.
It's gonna be a Zarya out of Frisco and Athena. Alongside the Ducklin Detta. Ooh, but some good target focus. They're out of weak kicks. They're gonna pull First Blood onto that Ducklin Detta. Follow up with a good pick by Crumb. Crumb was pretty nasty there in that first map too. We saw a couple of team fights where Crumb was able to put a few final blows in the feed, really kind of getting into the mix. Which you love to see. Love to see your Lucio get into the thick of things, knows how to toe that line. Crumb coming up with important final blows, some good damage in that first one, taking 53% for that first sound barrier. Ducklin whirlwind will claim first kill this time. Oh, nasty overhead. Man, that overhead straight just ripping you out of the sky can be so brutal. Can be so brutal. Hey, Athena are gonna get themselves a flip here. Even SunnySide running in hand, just go hunt down Chicken in that fight. Wow, they knew exactly who they were looking for. Take the speed out. Moncholo throws in the Kitsu, so no speed to really disengage from this. Ends up being a pretty clean team wipe. Well played fight. Weak kick move in. Immediately pounce. You saw how even SunnySide came in from a separate flank than the bulk, than Leo in the supports. I caught Chicken, I think, a little by surprise. Really good job of hunting down the Lucio and limiting any kind of disengage options or sound barrier options or anything like that to the Kitsune rush. Pulse on to Frisco. We'll take down the Zarya. We're gonna go ahead and get sound barriers invested. Already up to Crumb. Sound barrier is more than enough to secure a station.
Next flashpoint, Bazaar.
Go down to the Zarya here, kind of looping around to the south side of the point. Managed to somewhat flip this, right? You got a bit of a clockwise rotation going for both of our teams. Keep an eye on Leo there from that high ground. Kind of battling it out with HEDWIG, and could create an interesting sandwich depending on who goes down first. Yeah, it's going to be HEDWIG who actually gets converged on. Leo doing a good job of surviving for now. Actually drops the self-destruct to make sure they can continue to play inside their mech. There was one trade, but I think that's all that Athena are going to find through that. I thought maybe if Frisco had been able to burn through Eve or something, perhaps you can continue to trade out in the fight. Paid by Arbico coming up with a trade in there. Could be interesting. All right, it was just Crumb and Eve who are making their way back, so we'll get a clean 5v5 here. Crumb at 1 health, not getting protected. Ooh, the DM doesn't catch it. Nice shot from HEDWIG, able to just kind of squeeze that past the Diva. This will be Eve just trying to hold for as long as possible. We will get a flip from Athena. And all done just using the living weapon. So one ult, one fight win from Athena. HEDWIG up on this high ground, playing the only hit scan in the lobby right now. So it feels like the team's kind of got to play around HEDWIG. Grab up top. HEDWIG's going to continue to rotate. Needs to find a safe place to sit and shoot. Leo trying to chase the hit scan around the map. Kind of got clogged up on this small inside area, and here comes Ducklin, chase them out. The swift step in, and they want that DMAC. They'll get it. They'll get the kill onto the pilot as well. No casualties from the self-destruct, although SunnySide comes swinging in with the whirlwind to find Ducklin. Kitsu thrown onto the point. And I will say, weak kicks are keeping this interesting, but it will not be enough for a flip. Oh, good stick. We're gonna get a touch here too. Athena, I was gonna say, I think Athena would love to have won that without having to spin ultimates, but we're gonna get this out barrier now invested. Ducklin drops into Sundering, not able to find anything with it. Goes soaring towards the Diva. We'll find the DMAC there on Leo. Ducklin comes up with 2 subsequently, including the pilot. Ooh, and a nice overhead lands on Moncholo. Ducklin with 4 in the fight. And Iliad Athena tie us up here on Aatlis. Nicely done. Nicely done. Oh, we're going to resort next. Which means they should get a nice jump on this. They're able to catch Eve. A very nice jump indeed. SunnySide tried to hold somewhere and threw all of that as well. So both DPS ults have been invested. And we kicked, we'll get very little for said investment. Ducklin has yet another great fight. Back-to-back fantastic fights for Ducklin. Moving up to high ground and trying to stop SunnySide from pushing in successfully. Seals that side off. Athena cap first. I did not expect that grab to come out so soon. I don't think they did either. That was a fat finger. That was a genuine fat finger. Or a grab. Or a grab out of Frisco. It's going to get chased off their high ground by the Kitsune Rush. But HEDWIG's in the sky. You've got the protocol in play. Trying to see if they can track Leo, protect Frisco from the Diva. Does have the self-destruct. Couple grenades out, and will not get back in mech. Move back to the point. Frisco thanking their lucky stars. Yeah, actually, literally thanking their team for bailing them out. Thanking the opposition for perhaps having an equally comically bad ultimate. Although I did not see where the Moncholo Kitsu went. We do get double sound barriers. This Sundering will cut right through that. Dropping right in the middle of the point. Looking for Leo on the newly swapped Maga. Leo about 75 health. The crunch won't do. Bubble and block here to keep Ducklin alive through the pulse. Though SunnySide still finds Ilikechicken. Ducklin goes into a 1v2 up top. Oh, and this is winnable for We Kicked. We Kicked to win this miraculously. Oh my, at one point Eve and SunnySide were both at 1 health. Great play by Crumb. Crumb is there to back up SunnySide. If Crumb doesn't show up, Ducklin gets that kill onto SunnySide. And I believe the way Ducklin's been playing, Ducklin was going to run through the rest of that team fight and take the 2-1 here for Athena. Big play by Crumb, though they end up going down. They save SunnySide's hide in that team fight. And as I mentioned, it felt like everybody from We Kicked was on a sliver of health. That was the difference maker. That was a huge play from the Lucio. Sack fly there from Crumb. Return to the fight here. Playing on coast is a dangerous spot to be for this bloodthirsty Crumb. I mean, I'm expecting a boob attempt here. Yeah, you know they're going to go for it. It's just something else you got to be aware of. You're Ducklin trying to push in, juggling tin plates, and once Crumb gets one, may not have been environmental, but will find paid by Armco and reduce Athena to mere Lucio heals in a 99-81 fight. Leo takes up to the high ground. Crumb is down. Moncholo's going to toss in a Kitsune Rush, but here comes the answering protocol out of HEDWIG. A great counter to the Kitsus. You can just claim a lot of space. Actually claim SunnySide mid-sundering blast. Ducklin's able to claim up Moncholo. Athena looking to turn this thing. Paid by Armico returns to the fight to even get themselves into the action. We got a 2-1 lead from Athena.
Next flashpoint, garden.
Keep an eye on SunnySide on this far end of the objective. We're going to whirlwind dash to the high ground, try to pounce on Ludwig. Yeah, you can't just let Ludwig sit up there and have free reign, especially not with the Kitsune Rush in play. Back in that Kitsune rush. Seems like Weak Kick successfully vacate the premises before losing anybody. May swap out of Eve. Interesting. Tried to catch Frisco there. Almost got it. Ducklin centering in play. Gives first cap over to Athena. Now Frisco's chasing with Grav in the pocket. Grav got eaten. Nice job from Leo. Sound barrier also down from Weak Kicked, and they're trying to chase. They're going to move in. Hunting Ducklin. They will find their prey. Get the massive cleave out of there. Ducklin has been on fire so far this map. I think it was the perfect target to go hunt down. Beautiful play out of Leo. What an eat on that Grav. Eve said her at 10K in the lobby. Frisco at 12. Ducklin also at 10K. Let's get the hunt down onto Ledwig. Oh, and Frisco turns around. And you just knew, they knew. As soon as they saw that May wall, they knew that one was Dunsky. And the chase back to spawn successful here for Weak Kicked. Now 4 ultimates and nearly 5. Frisco's going to swap to an Orisa. We've been seeing more and more Orisa. Orisa quietly always applicable. Oh, SunnySide. Literal 2 health. Literal 2 health. Ducklin dies with the far stop trying to make it back over to Gardens. But we're going to a 5th and final flashpoint to see who takes Aatlis. Watch for the blizzard. Wall's already been used. Oh, the Kitsu goes down onto the Orisa. Ducklin's the one who ends up punished. Frisco trying to pop all the CDs and back away, but there's just no escaping this onslaught. Oh, you catch Arbico with that? That's unfortunate. You needed that Kitsu into this fight. Soundbarrier's now in play for Crumb. But Athena's not even close. Last opportunity. Try to find something. Try to hand Weak Kick their first map loss of the season. You have to win this one here and hold on to the point for a couple fights. Sound barrier advantage from Chicken. Gets in and rush and play from both teams. Chicken does get their ultimate down. Can he get any value with it? Trying to get the Terror Surge. Oh, Moncholo will end up down. Terror Surge, you know, ends up just being a bit of decoration. A bit superfluous there in that exchange, but that opening pick is so important. The Whirlwind Dash will claim Eve, who was holding on to a Blizzard. Oh, he was hiding in the corner. Ducklin might just save this again for Athena after that opening pick. Overtime is in play. We kicked, have control of the objective. Frisco's moved on to the point with the shield up. He's trying to play through a couple of different avenues though, and oh, and Ducklin goes down. You needed that. You needed that damage into this fight as a sound barrier from Crumb that might have just pushed this over the edge. And SunnySide puts the seal on the deal. 3-2 for we kicked here on Aatlis. They will so stay flawless on the season. All right, so we're going to Runasapi with a far ban. Still, I mean, we kick end up, you know, with a solid 15 or so fewer. Although I do fully expect we kick to be, like I said, one of those top performers this season. This team had been in Master Division for their entire stay here at FACEIT League. That was the entirety of 2025. That's seasons 4, 5, 6, and 7. So for this team to move to expert, you know that they've got a bit of a chip on their shoulder, but also they're used to playing against Master Division teams. I would anticipate this could be a team we expect to make top 4. Expected them to be kind of a team to beat all season long. So it wouldn't surprise me if we kicked are able to maintain this perfect streak for longer than anybody else either, right? That certainly would not surprise me in the slightest. Moncholo with a sim cast. Okay. Very up close personal composition, right? This composition all wants to play, you know, between the 5 to 20 meter range. Very, very front to back composition. Where we take our turn. And then how successfully can you disengage without losing anybody? And so just such an X factor in that, right? So just such a so good at securing kills. And SunnySide's gonna get 3, almost got 4. Leo will finalize that kill onto Chicken, and SunnySide finds their 4th onto Ducklin. So just when you thought Athena were gonna come out on top of that fight, they had the early kills to make it happen. SunnySide and Leo just swing that like a pendulum. That was insane. And, you know, go back to the aforementioned statement of I expect this to be a team to beat. SunnySide already with an overclock. Barely 90 seconds in. That finds the head of HEDWIG. He's now headless wig. Ha Or hole in the head wig? One of the two. Take your pick. All right, see, window control is gonna be super important here. Let's see if we can maintain that. Oh, Chicken going down. No, 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 no. That was the one advantage you had. How did SunnySide make that read? Crazy awesome. You know what? What's good for the Lucio is good for the Lucio. Or something of the like. Once again, you have even Leo here. SunnySide is down, so you don't have the 4K keg to worry about in this particular moment. Not just yet. But I mean, 5 ultimates from Athena, and they haven't really been able to find them. You need to get them into this fight. Haven't found a place to use them yet. Gotta find a preemptive way. I'd love to see Athena get aggressive and decisive, and hopefully not to have to spend all these. Look at the ult bank advantage. You need to go quick, otherwise you're going to give Moncholo a chance to build up their ultimate, and then you're going to see we kicked take the initiative and set this tempo for you. I think as a front-back team, kind of determining, you know, turns of my turn, your turn, right? You want to be the team dictating the pace of those turns. Hey, you know what? A couple kills in the neutral might get it done. Crumb's sound barrier is late, and it doesn't look like it hit Leo either. That could have just been late to see that, but I don't think Leo actually got the beat. Now, Athena are a bit lackadaisical with their bot control. Their bot management kind of poor through that exchange. They needed to be pushing into courtyard while that was happening, not having to go chase the bot down. So a little mismanagement of TS1 might cost Iliad Athena here. Now we're gonna get another fight for the courtyard. It's gonna take Iliad Athena another try, and they're now very equal in ults. Weak Kicks have been able to build up their economy. We're going to have dueling Kitsune rushes, and we're going to see Weak Kicks start the tempo here, set the initiative, and decide when to go. Annihilation out of Frisco to see if they can have the last laugh in this exchange. It'll be enough, at least for Athena to take the lead. Moving back to secure water wheel, Frisco finds Moncholo, but Chicken is down. Kitsune now in play from paid by Aramco, or Aramco. I'm not sure which one it is, to be perfectly honest. I don't know if Frisco can win this. We kind of let this slip between their fingers a little bit. Once again, it's Leo and friends. In the late fight, able to kind of maintain their focus and find those last few picks, focus down those last few picks to make sure they can secure that fight win. I mean, Athena was so close. Leaping up to the high ground, SunnySide pops Ducklin. And that connection's enough to deliver the lead and the checkpoint. Ducklin and Frisco already down. And Weak Kicks now have, position planted on top of the checkpoint, on top of the final resting place of the bot. Don't know if there's going to be enough ults here to overcome, and with Ducklin able to find a couple kills in the neutral, we shouldn't see a cap here. In fact, with 3.5 minutes left, still plenty of time for Athena to turn this map around, without question. Beeman, I appreciate the raid. I hope you had a great stream, my friend. Beeman from the spa. I hope your match went well for you. Get you a shout out. If you're not following Beeman, go follow Beeman. If you didn't get a chance to follow Beeman, you let me know. We'll do it again. Let's go with an annihilation in play. Less than 3 minutes to go. We had a photon barrier invested as well. Kind of thinned off Moncholo's Kitsune rush, it seems. Aramco did not invest their Kitsu. Ends up going down, and even Leo once again stay persistent. I mean, so difficult to kill in these fights. Maybe the pole's just gonna throw it onto the teleporting, hoping they can catch somebody through. Will not get the delivery moment. Oh god, that Shambali Monastery pulse delivery. That was one of the greatest moments ever. Again, Athena are not done here. We saw a massive swing like this over the weekend in OWCS, where it was, you know, 125 to nothing. It's just Runasapi. But I will say, you're fighting uphill into an overclock. Look at all this space they have to gain. Remember when I was talking about that? The Athena composition wants to play fairly close range, even with Ducklin swapping off of the Symmetra. He was able to take down HEDWIG earlier in the fight, but Chicken gets revenge. Crumb's beat fading, as is the Kitsu from Aramco. Woo! Nice, Konar to secure that kill onto Crumb. Able to take the bot over the center line, deny close spawns. You do still have, yeah, the Divas way behind. But keep an eye for Leo to come through Water Wheel. Looks like Frisco might head that direction, yeah. Ooh, they almost caught SunnySide. Tried to squeeze in. There's the Annihilation to confirm the kill on Moncholo, and you will eventually secure SunnySide as well. Leo will get caught by the Annihilation. 3 Ps for Frisco. Checkpoint on the board for Athena. Ooh, open the kid. Yeah, they will, in fact, get Eve. So, good late pick. Oh, I actually like this Lucio. Maybe I use this Lucio. I like this Lucio. That Lucio was fire. I'd love to see the Talon gun skin on that. Whose theory is that push doesn't start till 3 minutes left? Basically Maddie's theory. That's basically a theory of this channel, I think. Where did that originate from? Where did that originate from? Good question. SunnySide will just clean up here. Beautiful 3-piece to close out the game. SunnySide deliver a 3-0 here. We kicked our 9-0 on the season in map score. I feel like it originated on this channel, though. Or from talk on this channel. Like, push doesn't start until the last 2 minutes or the last 3 minutes. Like, somebody said it in our chat once. And it just kind of became a thing. It's like, you know what? It's so true. Leo comes out 26-3. SunnySide 10K there. After being able to go back into the Sojourn. I mean, the Sojourn banned on map 2, of course. Athena almost took it. You see a lot of damage output, but also a lot of deaths there from Athena. Eve with a fantastic series. I think Eve might be your player of the match here today. I mean, honestly, pretty close for Runasapi. You're looking at 27 deaths here for We Kicked. At 23, 28, 34. Wait, yeah, 34. So 27-34. I mean, that's not that big a difference. I mean, you look at, like, you know, the 26s and 25s over here, and it feels super lopsided compared to, you know, 11 and 15. The deaths weren't nearly that lopsided in total.